Project Madness, back from its extended vacation.
Finally, thanks to Trevor.
Yeah.
I am Bobby, otherwise known as Brutaka on the internets.
Brutatas.
Yes, and with me here at his own house is Bryce.
Because Bobby couldn't get his internet working, as if he's trying to come up with another excuse to delay this podcast even further. Hey everybody, this is Bryce. Trevor.
Hi,
Our
Bryce.
third person to talk right now.
Yes, go Trevor.
Go me.
No, not go for you. Go say hi, Trevor.
Hi.
It didn't sound like a mentally challenged person at all.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
I hate that song.
What
I know, it's such a
was that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be Baby's Got Back?
It's supposed to be.
You
Oh,
failed.
come on, Trevor. Just go with it, man.
He missed the trash can by a long shot.
Be putting you in a trash can here in a minute.
So, I guess I'm Trevor, otherwise known as Trevor. Yay. Trevor with a 3.
Otherwise known as
Well,
Trevor.
I don't know. Your name is Trevor, but yet it's spelled in a unique way that makes it a pain in the ass trying to find on any website. That has
Oh,
a-
that's not unique. That's just putting a 3 where your E is. Come on.
Yeah, then you
One
have
of the most common-
42532.
Oh, the 42532 thing is different. That's on other stuff.
The 3 for an E is like everywhere. It's even on a TV show. Have you ever seen Numbers?
No.
Yeah, numbers, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, okay, guys. So, yeah, what are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. Trevor can talk about California.
Poop.
Okay, so yeah, do we want to start out with our trips?
Sure.
My trip happened a long time ago, so
You can go first.
to- What, you want me to go first?
Sure. You said the best for the last.
Hey, just assume my trip sucked compared to your trip.
It's because it did.
My trip sounded better than your trip.
Hey, my
At
trip.
least I didn't stay in a crappy hotel.
My trip is better than both of yours.
At least, where'd you go? Magic Reservoir?
No,
Oh,
I walked across the room.
In my house.
Yeah.
On my trip, I fell on my
In my
face.
headphones.
Always feel
Freaks
like
me out.
somebody's
'Cause if
watching me.
Because if I didn't know that he wasn't here and I would have gone out there and I looked up and all of a sudden there's body cars, I'd be like, holy crap! If he had a knife in my hand, I'd kill him.
Guess what?
It must really be the end of the world.
When I took a trip, I fell on my face.
Oh, that's hilarious. I wish I could have been there. My trip's better simply because where you went might have been better, but my trip is better because I didn't have to ride with a bunch of my siblings and in a minivan for 8 hours sitting on my butt. I mean, the part about sitting on your butt isn't a new thing for you, isn't a new concept for you, Trevor, because that's what you do on a daily basis, except when you're at work. So at least all I had to do was put up with a dog for 2 hours, one way up there.
Hey,
one
that's no way to
back.
treat your sister.
Or you.
Bitch!
Pokemon, you gotta know what happened about Pokemon. Oh, this guy really made me.
Okay.
Oh, you know what about this one guy? Pissed me off really, really bad because he did this, and then we were trying to stalk the stalkers.
Hey, don't blame your foggy windows on me.
And then, well, dude, they weren't.
Dirty.
They were when you got in there.
So why are you both in the room when there's foggy windows? Just get out of there. That's just perverted.
It was my car, thank you.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of foggy windows, at my hotel yesterday, or what? This morning, like,
We don't want.
yeah, this morning, I was walking down the hall. It's like a motel, going down the walking down the motel, you know. And I look over this window, and I'm like standing by my stepbrother. We're like just looking around, and this window was so fogged up that it had water droplets running down the panes, and we just looked at it and just laughed. It's like,
Okay.
gross. We know what they've been doing in there, dude.
Give me my pencil. Give me. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Trevor. Why do we care?
So on with your trip, I guess.
I thought you were. Well, we're saving the best for last, so you go first. Hey, dude, look. That's a continuous loop.
Woo. Okay.
This episode's going to be really good. I think we should call it. I've already came up with the name. It's called Full of Nonsense. Or Endless Nonsense.
It's called Derp.
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 No, we already used that. Or we haven't, but we're not going to use that, so.
Might as well just be derp, derp, herp, derp.
Okay, so I went up.
There's
I had a
one.
week off, like I did this week. So I went up and stayed at my family's cabin, which is in Pine, Idaho, which is like 2 hours away from me. Too far away from you, Agro, for you to even think about going up there. And if you were even up there, I wouldn't even let you in. So, anyway.
Dirty.
Anyway, would you stop messing with my mom's cricket, please? Or else I'll stick your hand in there.
Cricket?
Yes.
A cricket. There's another like art thing.
Uh-huh.
It's a creative lettering thing. Really, Trevor? Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, get with the times, man.
Yeah, dude.
What? Like they're just crickets made of paper and stuff laying around nowadays.
Wow. Wow. You want me to show you on the webcam?
No. Not that I really care very much anyway. So, what were you saying?
Anyway, I went up to my cabin. Bobby stopped.
Focus.
That was not a oops. It was not a mistake because I wanted to get away for a three. Like I went up there on a Friday, or no, I went up there on a Monday. Got up there around 8 o'clock, and it was kind of crazy because when I was driving up, it was starting to get dark. So when I was driving, all of a sudden a deer would run across the road, and I almost
Hit it and died.
Well, I didn't hit the first one, but in the second corner, because you know how mountain roads are, you have to slow down and get going again, and slow down. Anyway, around the second corner, after the first corner where I saw the first deer, this deer just stopped in the middle of the road, just giving me that clueless deer look like you do every time you see my mom.
Deer in the headlights.
Yeah, deer in the headlights look, and it wouldn't move. I'd honk, it didn't move, because thankfully my horn was working, so my car must have been horny. And anyway, it wouldn't move, so I turned my headlights, not my flashlights.
Yeah, turn your flashlights on.
Yes, that I have strapped to my car. My headlights bright and back to dims, but it would go away.
He was tired that his headphones were his headlights were too dim. So
yes, I was tired that my headphones were too dim.
Yes, your headphones were too dim.
Wow.
Because now you have lights on them too.
Wow, this podcast is really out there. It's like we keep going away from reality, back to reality, away from reality, back to reality. It's a good thing we call it Project Madness because it's truly what this one is. It's truly an epitome of why we call it that. Anyway, get out. So I had to get out of the car. It started I had to start running towards it. Like, what's that guy's name that's on Pirates of the Caribbean?
Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, I had to start running. What's the actor's name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. I had to start running like Johnny Depp just to scare that freaking thing away. So my advice, or the whole moral of the story is, if you ever come upon a deer in your truck or your car and it won't go away, just hop out of your vehicle and start running like Johnny Depp towards it, and it scares it away.
Just sneak up on it, tie it up with rope, and take it on your hood.
Because that's illegal.
So, someone's out there.
No, what you gotta do is just like tie a rope on its ankles and just drag it with your car. Give it the fag drag.
Sure, you could do that, like you did with your sister.
Whoa. You'd do that with my sister? That's gross.
Actually, I totally would do that with your sister. But which sister? You'll never know. The one living with you, not the other one.
Disturbeth.
Just kidding. The Disturbed. That's actually a band, isn't it? Okay, well, anyway.
Yeah.
And plus I had my dog in me the whole time, so going up there and listening to... And then he would go from just one window to the next, one window to the next, and would never calm down. But no, it was nice. I got out and filmed some video and did some vlogs, and it was really cool. And I played one night, I think it was like my second or third night there. So I stayed like 4 days, 3 nights. And it was... we have a brand new sound system up there, surround system, and it's a Logitech. I don't know why I'm pointing at the Microsoft product there, but anyway. And we have a brand new 43-inch LCD Scepter TV. So it was really cool, and we had I had it plugged in through an optical cable. And so while I was playing Modern Warfare 3, I had the windows open, and I had the volume up, and I was in the middle of like a combat fight. So, and I just didn't leave the game. I just left the game where it was at. I didn't pause anything. Went outside, and it sounded like I had a whole freaking combat war going on inside my cabin. So I was like, man, if I had any neighbors there, they'd probably call the cops on me. I'd be like freaked out, and the cops are there. They're like, what is going on inside that cabin? So I had a feeling maybe I should play some porn really loud too, and it sounded like a big gangbang going on in there too. But no, it was funny because and then I went back inside and started playing, and I had to get really close to the TV, so I had it was kind of like an office chair. I was sitting in that. I was playing. I was all getting into the game. All of a sudden, my dog Cole decides to come barely lick my elbow. I had no clue he was there. It scared me so bad that I immediately relieved myself in my pants and jumped out and almost hit the ceiling. So yeah, that's
Sure you did.
pretty epic. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And then
Yeah,
one
how
day,
low
well,
is your ceiling?
it's probably about this high, so I almost hit it. I jumped pretty high. Scared the freaking crap out of me though. But no, it was fun. It was just nice to get away. So the only, I mean, it's like I wasn't really roughing it because I had a cabin to myself, which is better than Trevor's motel. I'd rather stay in a hotel because there's a lot of hoes there, and not in an actual motel. Motel. I met a guy and he said it weird at Macy's. He's like, "So have you ever stayed in a motel?" I'm like, "You make it sound more of a redneck institution than it already is. You know what I mean? You made it sound worse than it already is." So Trevor, how was your trip, bro?
Pretty good.
What did you go down there for? I feel like I'm interviewing you for some reason. Like
You're interviewing Hobo. Well, I went to California to go to Six Flags Adventure or something or other.
Did you see the Six Flag dude? Did the old guy like make that dance or whatever?
No, I did not see the old man dance, which is kind of disappointing because that would be awesome if he did. So I'd probably dance with him. Woo!
My grandpa was alive. You could see my old man dance.
Yeah.
If you go fishing with us, you can see my old man dance.
Yep. Well, anyway, the only part that I really enjoyed about my vacation was
Probably just
Six
talk about
Flags.
Why would you go to
itself.
California to go to Six Flags? You don't do that. You go to California, you go to Disneyland. Really, Trevor?
I already went to Disneyland before, so I don't need to do that.
Did you go as a senior trip?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
okay. I was gonna say I wouldn't even.
This
go.
year
That
that
was
was
a long time
different.
ago.
They went off to like some island in the middle of the ocean or something.
I should have left them there.
I know.
I wish, as long as Trevor didn't go.
He didn't even
He
go.
was like only one of the same ones. I didn't go either, and we went to California. We go to Hawaii.
They always go to California.
I know.
No,
You know
some
what?
little island off the bay or whatever. It was like tiny.
Catalina Island.
What
Yeah,
was the
Catalina
point?
Island.
What was the point? They fly?
I don't know. They had this big old like resort or whatever.
Oh.
No, they
Well-
took a yacht or something.
You know what? California really does suck. I'm sorry if anybody lives there, but it's horrible.
You're automatically apologizing to anybody that might already live there. That's hilarious.
Well, there's a lot of people that live in California, and I really noticed that because every two square feet, there's another person trying to stick their hands down your pockets to get your money.
I don't know what it is,
Pickpockets.
California.
Yeah, that's like the Strip in Las Vegas.
So that would be why. I don't think that's the reason why everybody in California wants to move up to freaking Idaho. No offense to anybody that lives here that is from California, but screw you. Trevor.
My grandparents are from California. My mom's from California.
See, everybody's from California.
I'm not a fan
No,
of
my
that.
grandparents are actually from Argentina, but they went to California and then they came here.
They made a good choice,
Yeah, they didn't
but
like
it took them
But my mom was born in California.
It took them two
meantime,
times
so.
to learn, though. They should have made that choice the first choice. First time around, yeah. Well, anyway, Trevor, how was Six Flags? Did you crap yourself on any of the coasters there?
No, I didn't crap myself, but I pretty much ruined my voice, as you might be able to hear right now, because I'm kind of,
I don't
Not
hear any
really.
difference, no.
I can feel it.
Oh, well, that's good enough.
That's good to know.
I can feel something going on in there.
Whoa,
Cool.
dirty.
Anyway,
I wish you. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to say that. I wish you had a webcam, because.
why? You think I'm getting deep-throated right now?
Well, if you were, you wouldn't be able to talk, you dumbass. Unless you're the one doing the deep throating.
Well, then what would be wrong with his voice?
Well, no, unless somebody was deep throating you. Oh, is that why you have something wrong with your voice? Is because you were deep throating someone down in California?
Nope.
Did say somebody about a gay guy in a pink tuxedo. Didn't you say he was African American? If he was in a white tuxedo, that'd make more sense. What is up with black guys having to wear? If they hate white guys, but yet they have to wear
Because if they
everything
wear
they
black
have
stuff,
is
it would
white.
blend in. I mean,
Oh,
it
brother.
stands out and it like accentuates their skin color.
Yeah, but then they open the wallet and like, oh, look how cool I am. I got a wallet full of credit cards. And the white guy opens his. He's like, oh, look, I actually got physical cash. So take that, you black guys. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I have nothing.
Someone's racist today,
I woke up on the wrong side of the racist bed.
clearly.
Yeah.
Metaphor. No, I'm kidding. It just drives me nuts sometimes. It's like how they can say nigger to each other and then all of a sudden.
Well, I could call you a white cracker.
Well,
Cracker.
Okay,
Crackers.
every white guy calls that to each other too.
I don't just go up to you and say, hey, what's up, cracker?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, and then they refer to themselves as dogs, and then yet they think that we're degrading them when we're racist.
No, they spell it differently. They have a W in there.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That really
And an
makes
A.
them look educated.
Yeah.
Education.
Right, they spelled
It's
it
like
wrong
instead of
on
an S, they put a Z at the end of something.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
no.
Or thanks. When I
Okay,
spell that, I'm
everybody
putting
does that.
TNX. I know.
Okay,
it's
but
not just
like to
African-Americans,
abbreviate
but-
please, it's PLZ. It's like.
I mean, it makes sense
S.
when you're texting somebody. And I had nothing against African Americans, but honestly, it's like
Thanks has an X.
when you say African American, get this: you think of a black guy, right? But not everybody from Africa is white, and that's kind of a profound statement.
Not everybody from
But
Africa is black.
if a white guy is from African America, and he's now an American, we call him African American.
Try South America. About
Hardly
half of them
anybody's
are
going to
white.
believe him because they're going to think, oh, how is he from Africa? It's because he's black. And
Try
it's such a big
South
stereotype.
Africa. South Africa, half the people.
It's
are
mostly
white.
white.
Half the people.
Is it because they
No, because it was mostly
Moved
British
there?
and
Oh,
it was
okay.
British and French owned mostly.
That makes sense. And I'm not trying to be
Kinda like
racist here. I'm
India.
just saying it's like not everybody. It's like if I was born in Mexico, let's say my mom had a trip down there while she was pregnant, and I was born down there, technically I'm Mexican. But
Yep.
nobody would hardly believe me when I came up here and
No.
said it. They'd be like, what? Like, holy? It'd be like if Trevor told us he was Hispanic. We just would not believe him. If he was lesbian, that wouldn't make sense.
You know, my sister keeps trying to say that we're Latino, but we're not Latino.
know,
Latinos
you're
from
black
Latin
hair.
America.
The only thing
Latin
Latino characteristics
America.
you have is black hair, but it's kind of brownish, isn't it?
It's brown.
It's looks black.
Black hair.
Looks really, really dark brown.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we're not Latino because Latinos from Latin America and we're from and our family's from South America, not
So-
Latin America.
why did your motel suck so much?
It was just not very good.
Why? Could you totally tell they're
Too many vacuum cleaners suck too much.
No, it's completely cheaped out. It's just smell.
why? Could you totally tell that they and the people that previous before you were in there had a gangbang in there or something?
Might as well have, but everything smelled of
really that
smoke,
bad?
even though the room said no smoking room. It's just not very good at all.
How come you guys stayed in a motel? What?
Because it looked better on the internet.
It
What?
looks better on the internet.
It was actually
Everything
a hotel.
looks better on the internet. Go
I mean,
to the
of course we're
McDonald's
not gonna put
website.
It actually said hotel
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
internet,
Go to
and
the
it had a
McDonald's
good
website.
picture.
Everything looks better on the internet.
But apparently at California, everything is shit.
Even
Not
my body
everything.
looks.
I
Hey,
went to a
hey.
motel down there. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't like bad.
It's just that California has became way too much about tourism. You know what I mean? It's kind of lost
Too much
its
gay people with gay
actual,
marriages.
yeah, and the Prop 8 thing.
Ugh.
The LDS
Imagine taking a tour bus on the top side
I mean, the
with all
whole.
these like rainbow flags. Oh, we got flaming gay community.
I like the color
That's
purple,
nice.
but that doesn't make me gay. I hate how they took
Hey,
every
you know, I
freaking
have
color
nothing
on the
against
spectrum.
gay people. It's just when they decide to like rally and stuff, that's when I find it.
That's nice to know.
I know.
Well, okay, you know what? This is what I say to very religious people who are Christian, okay? It's like, hey, just let them get married. It's not like God's going to let them into heaven.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure the defense team up there is not going to let them in. So,
I don't know. Apparently in the Bible it says, nope, no gays here.
Oh.
Okay, there you go, Christianity. You just discounted about 100 or 200,000 people
well, it
in
does say
America
Adam
alone.
and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I mean, that's like the most
So?
stupid argument, but...
That's what my dad says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But does it say anywhere in the Bible, to your guys' knowledge, does it say that gay people cannot get married?
Yeah.
Does it really?
I don't know. I really don't
Is it-
care. They can do whatever they want, but it's just disgusting. And they should.
Yeah, and it's not like I have anything
Well,
about it. I mean,
I find it disgusting, but
look, I'm gonna do this whole my best.
but
friend's
people
black,
can do whatever the freaking heck they want as long as it doesn't affect me.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't-
catch the gay guy as long as he don't try to make a move on me.
yeah.
You know
that's
what?
how I feel about it. I mean, I had to work with two of them because I was hired in an accessories the department in Macy's. So it's it's purses, jewelry, or earrings. So the guy there is like 50 years old. He's from Arizona, and it's obvious because the way he does his hair, the way he paints his nails, and the way he carries his man purse or a merce. We cannot even call it there. We have to call
The
it a handbag.
satchel.
Yeah, the way he calls. No, we can't even call it that. We have to call it there. We have to call it a handbag because we're more of a luxurious store. So we call it a handbag. Like we don't call it a suitcase. We call it a luggage, or we call it luggage. So
I have a question.
yes.
Yeah.
If there's Gay Pride Month, where's Straight Pride Month?
Yeah, and where's White History Month?
I don't know. Some people are about as straight as a mountain road. So.
California, like tap water, they have to make like force feed you because there's nothing else to drink there. It's gross.
Man, all water and like city water is gross.
The
And
only
then you
thing-
go to like restaurants.
You think Twin Falls, a city of like a few thousand people, is bad? Just wait until you go into California.
Dude, I'm in the country. I get
How's
well
the
water.
traffic
It's
there,
awesome.
man?
My well water here is awesome too.
Yeah, and plus it's like I'd rather have a well or my own separate well than rely on the city water because like the other day
City
when
water's
that
gross.
windstorm goes
Okay,
on, they had to shut down the whole water
okay,
system.
you know in Las Vegas one time when I was at my old high school at SECTA, they have a cosmetology department, right? Because it's like a vocational school. And so one time the cosmetology stuff leaked into the
that sucks.
water system. So they had to shut the water system down, clean it all out, and we had to drink water bottles and everything from that point on and for about a week or so and go. When they finally got it fixed, and the president, or not the president, the principal was talking to the water captain or whatever, the person who tests the water or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. What are they called? I don't know. The water testers, the supervisor.
I'm here. Don't worry, guys.
Yes.
I'm the water captain. That's awesome.
He's like a superhero.
What's
Ta-da.
that superhero name that he's actually, in water?
Aqualad.
I am Aquaman. Don't worry, guys. I think I'd rather
Anyway.
have with the water captain.
Yeah, the
That's
water
awesome.
captain.
That sounds real official.
Anyways, so the supervisor, the principal is asking the supervisor, so is the water safe to drink? And the principal, or the water supervisor says, well, it meets city standards, but I wouldn't drink it.
Sorry.
It's like, but I wouldn't drink it. That's kind of sad when the supervisor wouldn't drink the water, but he lets it go because it meets city standards. This is gross.
Well, maybe he has higher standards.
I don't know. I still wouldn't drink it. I never do.
I don't drink unfiltered water because it's gross.
I don't drink any water from school. Trevor likes drinking water from school.
Well, if you're stuck at school and there's only drinking fountains, that's sure, whatever.
Dude, trust me. The water at the school is better than any water that I've had to drink on a rafting trip that was filtered from river water. So don't be complaining about the water from the school, okay?
Ugh,
I don't drink any
agreed.
water from school. When I go home, I drink a gallon of water and I'm good.
So, well, yeah, like you're really going to die from drinking water at school.
Yep, we're all gonna die.
Does it just taste weird?
Yeah, it tastes
Well, it
weird.
kinda
Plus,
has
and
that-
my mom's all like, "Oh, don't drink the water at school. You're gonna get mono." And I'm like, "Oh."
Surprised I haven't gotten mono just from hanging out with your mom. Just kidding.
Mono, I could barely hear you right there.
Surprised I didn't have mono without hanging around Trevor's mom already. No,
Dirty.
Bob's mom. No, what I was trying to say is, it's just like, have you ever gone to a school or a store and not only is their water like just pure warm, it's not even cold. Like most drinking fountains are supposed to like refrigerate it, aren't they? Not only that,
Lukewarm
it tastes it's lukewarm. Not only that, it tastes like metal.
It,
It has
yeah.
that. What is it? Iron, metal? Or it's kind of a weird
Copper?
taste. Copper. I hate that. I hate that.
Taste of blood.
So
Blood.
Blood. If I wanted to taste blood, I'd bite my lip.
That's nice.
I got a knife. I could do a lot.
Like just 2 days ago, I was like, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom." So I went into the bathroom, right? Took a poo in the hotel, whatever. Well, it clogged the toilet, right?
Man, you must have had to take a mean.
And yeah, it was stupid because the toilet is pretty much busted, so it would not stop running. So I had a bit of an overflow go down in the hotel, motel, whatever you want to call it.
You need to be more
Sucked.
descriptive. I don't think you're being descriptive enough. What?
Well, let's see here. It's one of those toilets that has a full water tank or full water bowl, so
I
it's not
see.
like the half water toilet. And on top of that, I still had poo chunks floating around while it was full.
Okay, let's
Filled up.
descriptive. Let's
Okay.
descriptive.
It was all like dripping all over the place. You know,
Oh, man,
it covered
I'm
about
eat after
40% of the
this.
bathroom's carpet, and
Oh, on the carpet.
yeah, it got on the carpet. That's probably why we had to move to a new room. Thank goodness, because I wasn't gonna sleep there if there's poo carpet in there.
Oh, come on,
Like-
dude. It's only poo.
Only poo, yeah, right. You're gonna get sick from that crap.
Oh, come on, dude. You wouldn't die.
Methane will make you sick.
Oh, come on, man. Being sick is fun.
Huh.
You don't have to go to work.
Well,
So
you live in your own crap then?
what?
Does that mean you live in your own crap then?
Fish do.
Think
Why
about it,
can't
man.
we?
We all are full of crap after we just ate until we actually take a crap. So we actually
Well, it's not quite crap
crap
until
inside
like,
of us right now.
later.
Yeah, we actually all do have crap inside of us right now in our lower intestine.
Actually, no, I went and took a dump just a little while ago, so I'm
Yeah,
good.
but you might have a little bit more that was just starting to develop.
Well, that's nice to know.
Well, it's true.
What's
Bobby's
with this
full of crap.
discussion? What's with this discussion?
I don't know. I mean, we've gone from what
Poo.
to before that
What the heck?
water,
What?
the
Okay.
city's water and the school's water. So, dude, anything else from your vacation? Okay, that wasn't really a vacation except
like
for the
4
Six
days.
Flags part. Yeah. Well, that's
We also went tourisming around San Francisco.
Well, I
the
went to Redondo Beach when I went to California, but
What the
that's
heck
more.
is Redondo Beach?
It's a beach.
Redondo?
Anyway, yeah, Redondo.
Wow, what
Anyway,
the heck does that mean?
it's more closer to Los Angeles, but anyway,
Los
that was
Angeles
kinda fun.
sucks.
but that was a couple years ago. We have like $90 worth of pearls now.
Isn't Los Angeles in English stand for the angel or something? Or the angels?
The Angels, yeah.
Oh, that's just definitely not even accurate, but okay.
Well, Nevada means snow-topped hills, and it's a desert.
Wait, is Nevada actually Spanish? Or what English?
Yeah.
What language is it?
Spanish.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that would be a different mix.
It's a Mexican Indian. What?
What?
That's not like
You're
what?
native?
Like, that's like a Mayan or something.
You know what though? With all these Mexicans coming into our country, I don't know why people are complaining that this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so we're kind of going into more of what grinds our gears
Oh no, more
s-
racism.
segment. No,
Hey.
just let me finish. What I'm saying is, you know how they're all. Well, actually, I heard the economy's so bad they're trying to go back into Mexico.
No.
Really now?
Yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah, let's go with them.
Before I go into this, though, the only thing that sucks or that's good about California is their wages, but yet it costs so much to live there. It doesn't.
It's like
even-
New York. You're gonna get great wages, but the cost of living is so high.
Much it
It
kinda
doesn't matter.
takes. Well, actually, I met a guy at Macy's that moved up here, transferred to his job, and he kept his wage per hour down from California. So that actually helped him out a little bit. But no, it's like, you know how all these, we've got all these legal immigrants coming up here, and they're taking all these jobs away from Americans. Well, most of the jobs they're taking away from us Americans are not jobs that most of us Americans want to do anyway. I mean,
Good
how many
point.
people want to work on a dairy? How many people?
A lot of people at this point, because they're all sitting
That's
there
another
homeless.
thing too. It's like there's so much unemployment. There's so many people trying to find a work, but they can't.
This pisses me off, though, okay? And a lot of people that say that, they won't even, maybe they might get offered a job at McDonald's, but they're not going to lower themselves to that level to go get that job at McDonald's. If you really want a
I
job,
would.
you'll take anything out there that's available. And not only that, what I'm saying here, don't employers usually give jobs to the people that are willing to work harder and willing to work for that money? Usually Hispanics are not, I'm just saying, usually people who get those jobs, usually they're willing to work harder than we are. So if you wanted that job, just go out there and prove it to that employer that you can work that job and do a better job than the people they've already previously
In
hired.
Las Vegas, when my dad was doing a bit of freelancing contracting, sometimes he'd do a bit of odd jobs along the side. He knew where to go, and there's a couple of Hispanics or otherwise homeless people.
Sorry.
Anyway, they're all lined up kind of behind Home Depot, and they're just on the side of the road. And what you do is you drive up, they get in your car,
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
you take them to the work. They'll work their butts off, and then you pay them a certain amount of.
And even the amount of money is not.
You give them some money, and then
They're done.
and then they get back in the car. You drive them back to where you picked them up, and then they go on their way. So it's like
Bobby, you racist. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, and what else drives me nuts is just how people complain about that. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't find these jobs. It's like, oh, the Mexicans are taking my job. It's because they're willing to work harder for a lower wage. You know what I mean? I mean, usually a boss can get away with paying them.
Right. I mean, you have to. Well, you still have to pay minimum wage, but
Yeah, not if they're illegal.
Am I the only one starting to get bored by the political talk now?
Well, and just
I'd take a job at McDonald's if they hire me. I've put in an app already.
yeah, that's how I feel too. Apparently, because of these McDonald's, they're privately owned or they're franchises. So there's a separate website you have to go to.
I know you have to go to a
It's like
website
MC
to
of Idaho,
apply.
too. But you think
I like the Valley Co-ops or whatever. I mean, you have to apply there, so you get to meet the manager. You already get to make an impression. I mean, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now everything's all, oh, you have to go apply online. But there's no, like, face value to that. It's like...
They don't even know who they're hiring, too.
Like
Unless they have
Target
you
or
come and
whatever. I'm
talk.
like, you can lie your butt off on a resume. It's like...
Yeah, but they still take you in for an
Checks.
interview if they consider you.
Well, not only that, I mean,
I
I've
know,
had-
but I mean, there's just... It's so much easier to make a better impression if you talk to them in person when you hand them the app.
especially
Like when
you
I
go in
went
and-
to Gooding to apply at Valley Co-op,
I would want to work there. No, I'm just kidding.
well, I figure I could stock shelves or move feet around or something. I don't know.
Bobby
Anyway.
stocking shelves.
I don't know. I need money, okay?
If you're that
See, oh wait. So you're complaining about the fact that he's going to stock shelves, and you're the one going on about not working the harder jobs or more annoying jobs.
I'm kidding. I'm being sarcastic, Trevor.
Anyways.
It's called sarcasm.
Yeah, anyways, So-
Sheesh.
so I'm like, hey, do you guys have any paper apps? Because I know they didn't have any online things. So they go digging around through some
5 minutes later.
some like filing cabinet or whatever. And the manager gives me one, and I'm like, thanks. So I go back to the car, fill it out in the car, bring it back out. Like a half an hour later, he's like, done already? And I'm like, yeah. So then we have like a little mini interview. Like it was like 5 questions, and then he's like, well, I can't really give you anything until August because that's when we're not hiring until then. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, just keep it on file so in case you need it. And I know I'm going to be back there in August, back to ask them about it. But
Yeah, and that's what it takes, persistence when it comes
Yeah,
to getting
well,
a job.
there's a fine line between persistence and just bugging the crud out of
Yeah, and that's not going to make your chance much better.
No.
Honestly, when I lost my job in February, I was able to find a job within a month.
Yeah, well, you're
And-
18, okay?
Well, dude, I was a while there when I was searching for a job. I wasn't. I was 17.
Well, you've already
I
got
was
job
eventually-
experience.
Hey, I found a job when I was 16, okay? So don't be kidding me.
Yeah, well,
that
you have
crap.
job experience. It makes it a lot easier. I'm starting from scratch.
I know, I hate that, okay? Because most of the jobs now, they require experience.
Right.
The job I got required experience, and I still was
You
able to
need
get
a
it.
job for experience, but you need
It
experience
sounds like
for a
excuses,
job.
Bobby. Anyway, I know, and that sucks. And it's like, oh, well, if you hired me, then I'd be able to get experience.
Exactly.
Well, no, it just
Yeah,
is like,
yeah. The guy, he's like, do you have any experience? I'm like, no, but I mean, you need a job for experience, and you need experience for a job, so I need to start somewhere.
and if you hire me, I'll be willing to train and to learn or whatever. You
I don't know. I'm like,
Be trained.
stock shelves or
It's like, how hard is that?
or
I
if
don't
like
need
some,
experience.
or if
to
like
be able
old
to-
people like need like help getting feed into the back, like my grandpa does, because he's got like a hernia. You know, I go into the thing and then put the feed in the back of the car or whatever.
So does Bobby.
Wait, why would I need help with it if I can do it myself? I'm the
can-
one who ends
you
up
can
doing
do a
the
lot
heavy
of
lifting
things by
around here
yourself.
because my dad's never here, so I'm the one ending
Yeah, you basically
doing
are.
it.
I'm doing the whole
Quotation
quotation marks with
marks.
my fingers. The whole man in the house.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying is, let me finish, okay? When I got released from my job,
Release.
yeah, shut up. It was,
Yeah, you,
Fired.
that's
I was-
funny.
I was actually able to leave the job in a way that my boss was a reference for me in my future endeavors or any future.
Weren't you like laid off for some because you like
Nah.
decided to play around
I
with
don't
some
want to talk about it.
play around with some carts and
Okay.
somebody complained about
Let me tell this first, and then I'll explain why I was fired. I wasn't fired; I was terminated. Thank you. That sounds
terminated.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that's so much better.
Yeah, like that's a lot better.
terminated.
Anyway, Trevor, when I was released, I go back to that.
Released.
On February 27th, my full-time job was to find a job. No, I wasn't getting paid for it, but in a way I was, because if I found a job, I'd be able to get paid for that. So in the long run, finding a job was detrimental, and not only
Detrimental.
that, hey, that works actually. doesn't
No,
it?
detrimental's bad.
Okay, but no, I'm just saying it's very important. If I didn't find it, it would be very
Yeah.
detrimental.
What?
There.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very, very important that I found one, and I was able to luckily find one a month because within 2 weeks I had applied at Macy's. I mean, I was within like the first couple of days of being off, I was applying everywhere I could think of, everywhere I could online, and then during the day I'd go and apply everywhere in person I could. So, anyway, I was actually the first place that I actually had an interview at was the first place that I got hired. Because they said I couldn't hire for the position that I was wanting. They said they couldn't get me in for another couple weeks. So they called me like 2.5 weeks later. So I was starting to get nervous that they wouldn't call me back. She's like, hey, do you want a part-time job? And I'm like, why would I not want a part-time
Why
job?
would I not want a part-time?
Almost literally wanted to say it to her in that exact way. Okay, well, here's why I was terminated. I was the terminatee and they were the terminator.
Terminator.
Terminator, all be back.
anyway.
Fail.
Hey, shut up. Yeah, about as big as a fail as the night that you were conceived and without them using birth conception.
Birth conception.
Birth conception, huh?
That joke gets worse and worse every time you tell it because you keep saying it wrong.
Yeah, and your mom and dad did it wrong. Or they did it right finally after a couple
Yeah,
times trying.
yeah. See?
Anyway, the reason why is because I was going in the lobby, I had like 3 carts. I put 2 of them away, and then I had the smaller one. So I was going to put it away it was like on the other row. So I had to walk a little further compared to those 2 previous ones I put away. I was walking. I looked in front of me, and there were some people coming, but I thought I'd have enough time.
Ew, people are coming. Ew.
As I was walking forward, yes, you pervert, they were coming towards me.
Dirty.
As I was walking forward, someone
Coming
behind me
all over the place.
yelled my name. As I looked back, all of a sudden I felt this like big bump. Like it wasn't that
Crashed into
loud.
somebody.
And I accidentally crashed into somebody, and she was facing the opposite way. So my cart ran into the front of her cart. And she's like all throwing this big fit that I ran into her. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't be able to see you. And she's like, well, do you think this is funny? And I'm like, well, no, I was only laughing because I was so stupid that I ran into you and wasn't paying attention because someone was trying to get my attention. So I was stupid enough to look back. And so it wasn't that I was laughing, that I was trying to be a rude smart aleck.
Sitting there tripping over your words.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm actually telling it quite fluidly, thank you. Anyway. And she's like, oh, well, I don't really think this is funny. I'm like, ma'am, I just explained to you why I was laughing.
Bitch fit.
To you. Yeah, and she's like, she was just, I don't know, she was kind of this older lady. You could tell that.
PMS.
Yeah, she probably had.
Or time of the month.
Well, I'm the one who would have had PMS, past my shotgun syndrome. If I had a shotgun, I would have shot her in the face right then and there. I was like, hey.
Hey, murder charges.
Now you know what being bumped or ran into the cart feels like.
Okay.
But anyway, no, it was, and I said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. Well, have a good day, and I apologized to her. She walked by, got in her car, and she felt like apparently like 20 minutes later, she called the manager, told, give him an earful and told him what happened. They called me into the office, and they had me tell my part of the story. They were like, well, didn't you say sorry? Because she said that you did, and I was like, yeah. She said you were quite rude to her. I'm like, I was only a little bit stern with her because she thought I was laughing at her when I was only laughing because I thought because of the stupid mistake I had made. And they're like, well, we're sorry, but we're going to have to let you go home tonight, and we'll have you come in on Monday because she wants to come in on Sunday, and we can't have you here on the same day that she wants to come in and fill a complaint form. So I come back in on Monday. Yeah, I feel like an incident report out. So anyway, I come back in on Monday, and they said, well, we reviewed the film, and she also complained that you hurt her knees. I'm like, how did I hurt her knees when I barely ran into her? And when I bumped her...
You ran into her cart, not her face.
Her knees aren't her face, even though it does look like her face.
Whatever the fuck.
Anyway, and I didn't really give a fuck about the whole situation, but I kind of had to because it was my job, Trevor. But what I'm saying is like, well, I'm like, how did I hurt her knees when the cart didn't even go back and touch her knees? We're like, well, it's kind of hard to see on the video, and we can't really tell the customer she's wrong. And they're like, well, we kind of have our hands tied here. We have no choice but to let you go. So
Incident, though. I mean,
yeah, it's like, I've had customers. It's like out of all the customers that have come in there and actually filled in employee compliment forms, or customer compliment forms. I've actually had people come in and say, hey, this guy's doing a good job. It only takes one customer to get you out of there. And you guys got to remember this. If you're ever working with retail or with any job that has to do with the public, you got to be careful, because you may be joking around with one person, and then the next person you're joking around with, they're not going to like it. Or, you accidentally bump into them with anything. I had a person that actually ran over. We actually had a customer that was, her foot was ran over by a forklift. But the guy was paying attention, but the woman was not. He looked back, saw it was clear, and started backing up. Was trying to pay attention to a kid that ran in front of him. By the time he had noticed the lady, she had already stepped in the way of the wheel. So, yeah, she was pretty pissed off, too. Anyway, it's just like little events like that. Even if you don't mean for them to happen, they're still pulling on you.
Customer's always right. Even when they're wrong,
even when you want to get a shotgun.
Even when they throw bitch fits.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as when you're driving. Pedestrians are always right, even when they're wrong.
And they always have the right of way.
I'll show them who's right.
Well, that's what
Bonus points.
And after I got done explaining it to my mom, she's like, well, do you know who this lady is? I'm like, no, they didn't really tell me that, and they probably couldn't even if they wanted to. Well, she's like, man, if I ever see her in the parking lot, you know, if she matches the physical description that you gave to me, I'm going to run her over and get out and say, hey, now you know what being ran over really feels like. So, and I kind of want a detour, but I'm over it now. It's actually kind of a good thing in a way because I was about ready to get out of there anyway. It's because it's like 2 years after doing the same job, especially a dead-end job like that, where you're only getting paid a little bit over minimum wage. I mean, yeah, I was thankful I had a job, but 2 years after having to put up with all that crap and having to push in carts, it was time for me to move on anyway. So the only thing is, like, my new job, I get paid more, but I'm working less hours, so I still made more there. So anyway, do we want to get off to what grinds my gears segment?
I don't know. Whatever.
Stupid ass customers grinds my gears. Okay, Trevor, do you have any stuff that just
it's the noob's
grinds
life.
your gears?
People with no common sense.
Yeah,
that's everybody nowadays.
Man.
No, not
It's not
me.
very common anymore.
No.
Or
Some people still have it, but most people don't, and they're the ones being retards and doing stupid shit and getting themselves killed. And guess who's taking care of them? The more people with no common sense who are ruling everything.
You know what I think we should call it?
Oh,
man?
I thought you were going to talk about the morgue, because
I was like,
people
what?
were getting killed, so I'm like, who's taking care of them now? The morgue?
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, well, it's kind of like we should call it rare and above average thoughts. So maybe more people would be inclined to use it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if we had common sense, even
It's
in
uncommon sense now.
the political system, I think we'd be in a lot better
It's
shape.
rare sense.
So, well, and it freaked me out because I was driving to Bobby's house, Trevor, and I was going on one street, and the speed limit 50 miles.
Oh, fuck.
But I was going 60 miles an hour. Yeah, it was 50, 60.
Oh,
50. Who cares? Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel like doing.
It's the Autobahn. Go
Yes.
as fast as you want.
Anyway, I was going 65.
I wish.
All of a sudden, this dog just decides to walk across or run across and started walking. As soon as it saw me, it just stared It just stared at like that clueless deer in the headlights look. Stared up for like 3 seconds. I start slamming on the brakes. My end starts fishtailing. I mean, you could hear my brakes. It sounded like I was like on like frozen ice. You know what I mean? The sound of the tires, like my brakes were locked, even though technically it has ABS. But anyway, that sounds like PMS or some type of
It
disease.
sounds like a disease.
But no,
PMS is not a disease. we hope
away
you
from
know.
I'm like, no, if I hit this dog and it ruins my bumper, my parents are gonna kill me. So it's like it's almost as if I'd rather kill myself to save the car than kill the car to save myself. But no, that stupid dog just had to stare at me for like not even a couple seconds. Then it started running, and then I finally was able to take my foot off the brake, and I'm like, holy crap! So I just decided to slow it down.
No, see, if you dent your bumper, you gotta like break it to your parents like awesomely. You gotta be like, hey, mom and dad, yeah, I got a girl pregnant. What? No, I'm just kidding. I just dented my bumper. Oh, thank goodness.
While I was trying to get her pregnant. No, I saw this dog, and I decided to speed up and hit it. So that's what I do anytime I see Trevor on the road. Right.
No.
One time I was coming to pick you up in my van, and I actually started accelerating towards you. Or revving my engine towards you, as if I was going to run over you. But no, it's like after the whole event, I started to slow down. I'm like, no wonder they have a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit on this road. No wonder they have that law of us trying. No wonder they have a speed limit.
Yeah, no wonder all the streets aren't Autobahn.
I'm like, no wonder I shouldn't go 16 to 35. That makes sense. Well, you know what's crazy, Trevor? I've actually been going down I-84, and I was right before, it was probably like a tenth of a mile, just right before the second Drome exit. And I didn't realize how fast I was going. I look at the state cop, and every time I see a cop, I instinctively want to slow down. I mean, I swear, it's got to be ingrained in everybody's mind, as if it was a natural instinct. And anyway, I start slowing down, and I look at the cop before I put my foot on the brake, and he just does a thumbs down. That's all he does. And I look down, I was going 80, 85. I was going 80, 85.
80, 85.
Yeah, I was going 85, and I'm like, thank you for not pulling me over. Thanks for not doing your job, cop, and cutting me a break this one time. That's how it's always been, though, Trevor. It's like every time I'm speeding,
You're gonna run out of luck one of these days.
I know,
They're
it's
gonna
like,
pull you over.
I was going golf course, and as soon as I was going around the corner, before I went around the corner, I was going 60. And then I slowed slowly down to 50, because as I saw the cop, I looked down, I'm like, oh shit, I was going 60. I looked down, oh, nope, I'm going 50, never mind.
I'm going 50, never mind.
Yeah, I'm going 50, never mind, I'm good. So anything that you want to talk about, Bobby? Anything that grinds your gears?
I don't know. The same thing that like the last time. I just really hate noobs. They're getting on my nerves.
Well, and do you have any specific events or example of someone being a noob, other than on one of your Pokemon forums?
Yeah, that takes too long to explain.
Plus, you hardly ever breathe anyway. Like Mr. Goss talking about bird watching. Crap, I did not enjoy that. Did you?
Bird watch? I didn't even
Jeez.
go.
Oh, I wish I wouldn't have gone, but
Well, bird watching's mandatory.
but I had stayed and
Bird watching's mandatory
for
but,
a grade.
Yeah, but that was freshman
care
year.
less.
I wasn't here freshman year. I was
Lucky
in Vegas.
Dumbass. Lucky.
It's mandatory freshman year. Really?
Why? Yeah, why is bird watching mandatory? That's stupid.
How many schools is it mandatory to go bird
Wendell,
watching in
that's
your
it.
freshman? Especially when your own principal is has a fetish for it. You know what I mean? He's all
That's the
obsessed
advisor
with
of
it.
my chess club. I should be worried.
Chess.
Yeah, turn it into bird watching club.
Really?
Dude, I'm the president of chess club.
I mean, that's like the only game where the woman actually protects the man. Like the queen protects the king. I wish that was in real life too.
So the king's the most
Awesome.
important piece.
Well, it's funny because I'm playing chess with a guy. Yes, I was playing chess, and he's like,
Let's play chess against me.
and it was his turn. I'd probably lose. I'm not that good. It was his turn, and he moves one of the pawns or whatever, and he still has his hands on. I'm like, what's going on, buddy? Why do you still have your finger on it? He's like, it's not an official move until I take the hand off. I'm like, you know what? That'd be really sweet if I could do that in real life. Like, let's say I was going to go rob a bank, and I go in there, I'm like, I have an AK-47, and I'm all firing it off, and so I'm like, give me your money! And I'm like, everybody's like searching, everybody's like, give me this really blank look, and everybody, I'm like, get on the ground! They get on the ground. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. Never mind, guys, it's just a joke. So everybody starts laughing and be like, sweet. That'd be awesome if you could do that in real life. Like, especially if you want to go ask, if you want to go ask a girl out, and you'd be like, and you wanted to say something really nasty to her or something, be like, hey, I want to F you in the face right now. And she'd be like, what? And
I'm just kidding.
And it was like one of your sister's best friends. You're like, nah, just kidding, never mind. Be like, oh, I thought you were being really serious. I was like, man, you're such a pervert. That'd be awesome, though. It's not an official move until I take my finger off.
Whoa, sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does. Everything sounds dirty. Have you ever been in class, like in a high school, and you
Yes, I've
decided
been in a class, and I've been in high school.
It doesn't really show sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Trevor, have you ever...
At school.
We were in Shepard's class one time, and I had the idea to take everything that he said in the wrong way. It's hilarious. So.
Okay, any of you listeners out there in the future, because this is obviously not live, you think you have a bad teacher? You've ever had a bad teacher? I've had worse. Okay? I'm sitting here pointing at my microphone.
You can automatically dismiss any teacher they've had. Who?
Okay, well...
Please don't say Miss Love.
Mr. Mallard.
Oh.
He was a teacher at my freshman year school. Yes.
Oh,
okay? He was an English teacher. And, okay, this guy obviously wasn't the brightest of guys, because when he was a kid, he ran away from his house and joined the military because he was tired of people telling him what to do. Think about that for a second.
Smooth.
He ran away from home and joined the military because he was tired of people telling him what to do.
That's like going to work at a fast food place because you hate fast food.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's like going to work at McDonald's to get away from cheeseburgers. It's like...
Oh. So how is he bad?
No.
How does that make him a bad teacher?
Okay, well, I can't really... It's like you gotta it's like you gotta respect him just because of the fact that he's a Vietnam veteran.
No, I don't respect people just because of that fact.
But, I mean, at the same time, he's just...
Psycho.
Okay,
You can tell this.
You might think this is kind of cool, but one day...
really bothers Bobby.
One day he had us take notes on how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
Cool, actually.
This is English class, keep in mind.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still cool. I'd rather be learning about that than English. I mean, come on. What's so bad about that? How do you actually survive this zombie apocalypse? We should talk about that.
Anyways, okay. He was the first teacher in high school to give me a detention. In fact, it's the only teacher in high school so far to give me a detention. And...
Wow, you were actually in detention?
Yeah.
For doing what?
It's my third time, actually. I know, right? So he gave me detention because Okay, so it was assignment. It was this poem or whatever we had to do. Okay, so I printed it out and I thought I put it in my binder, but I didn't. I must have left it on the printer or something. So when I go to class and I'm looking for with the paper, I couldn't find it. So since we couldn't find it, we had to go get this pink slip over by the edge of the wall or whatever, and we had to go over there and grab it. So I couldn't find it, and the teacher asked me what was taking so long, and I said I can't find it. And he says, "Well, go get a pink slip then." He's all rude about it because he's rude to everything. And then so I get up and I go get a pink slip, and as I'm walking by, I'm kind of mumbling. I'm like, "I'm sure I had it. I wonder where it went. I must have left it on the printer." And of course, Vietnam vet. He's old too. He can't hear worth anything. So he thought
Why is he still a teacher? Just
I
because that
don't
fact
know.
alone.
He didn't hear what I said, and he thought I was saying
So did you have to
bad
yell at him?
things.
Did you have to yell at him to get?
No, I mean, if you
Anytime you were
talk normal,
talking to him, oh,
if you
okay.
talk normal, but like,
He'll understand you.
if you're muttering under your breath, he can't. He doesn't understand.
He thinks you're swearing at him.
You're right. So he thought I was saying bad things to him. So apparently now I have to go write up this. Now I have to go to this paper or whatever, and like deduct my own points away from me, because he's.
Who would do that to himself?
Well, he forces us to. Otherwise, he'd. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by a bookshelf. Anyway, it says hacking Windows XP. What are you doing in your pastime? Anyways, so
It's actually really responsible. Came with a lot of free programs.
I'm going
I'll
to
put
my
Joe
desk
Teacher
and
on.
writing it out, and when I'm walking back to my desk, past him again, I'm again muttering, "It's a problem. I know. I need to fix that." But saying it's like, great, now I have to fill out this piece of paper, and I think this is the most retarded thing I've ever done because I'm minusing my own points. Of course, he doesn't hear that right either, so he sends me to the office. He didn't say detention. He just told me to go to the office. So I'm like. So I go to the office, and they're like, "Yeah, well, you got detention." I'm like, "Great." And then another thing is, okay, on Halloween, he came dressed as Spock.
It's cool. It sounds like the coolest teacher ever. I don't see what's wrong with him.
On St. Patrick's Day, he was a leprechaun.
So is this guy mentally insane or something? Because
He sounds mentally insane.
yes, I mean, what is so bad about a teacher that teaches you how to survive the zombie apocalypse? Because come
When
on,
he's rude.
we all know this year's going to be the end of the world, and then comes dressed as Spock. I mean, who hates Spock?
When he's
doesn't-
rude
Spock's awesome.
at all times.
Oh, okay. So
Doesn't give
he's an asshole.
doesn't give a crud about anybody's problems.
That's messed up. Then
Oh, you can't see the board wheel. You should have told me at the beginning of class when
sorry,
I was.
I lack to acknowledge that fact. My bad.
You can't see the board well. You should have told me at the beginning of the semester when I was drafting up the seating charts. You're just going to have to face it now. I'm like, I can't read the freaking overhead. If you just turn out the light so I can see the dang overhead.
That comes back to the common sense complaint.
I know.
This all comes back to a
I
common sense
know.
complaint. So when it comes down to it, what grinds our gears is people are assholes who don't have freaking common sense.
That class, though, it gave me my favorite typo ever that
Tycho.
I've ever seen. Yeah. He's like, you want to know what's important about proofreading your work? Okay?
What?
Well, if you don't, this might happen. And he showed an article about some Australian cookbook that had got a typo in it. And it was a pasta recipe. And it was like a pinch of salt and a dash of freshly ground black people.
Really?
Yes.
Is it literally
Dun dun dun.
this cookbook?
I don't know, but and my friend who's black sitting behind me, I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, but that's hilarious.
Well, it's just because it's in there.
And he's
What was the recipe for?
it's pasta.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really tasty pasta.
I know. Me and my sister turned into this big old
I eat
joke.
black people all the time.
Me and my sister did this big old joke or whatever. Cops are coming to your house. Say, hey, we're missing some black people. We're missing. We're looking for some missing persons. Yes, they're African American. About you hate tall. It's like, nope, haven't seen them. Want to try my pasta? Sure. And they're all sitting there eating. Oh, this is really good meat. What'd you use? Oh, I just followed this cookbook.
This is what it said.
That.
That's hilarious.
So, you know what grinds my gears?
What?
Other gears?
Besides people who don't have common sense?
I think that's what grinds all our gears.
Yes,
today,
I think everybody.
honestly,
Your
'cause
Highness.
when it comes down to it, that's what all our stories
Yes.
are about.
That's
No,
like-
mine's different to right now.
Oh, what is it? Minecraft?
No, Windows
Rain in the
XP.
rainforest?
Freaking Windows XP sucks. It sucks balls. I hate
Dude,
it.
if it sucks so bad, then why was it an OS for such a long time, bro?
Because they didn't have anything else.
Well,
It used to be good. Now it sucks because Vista and Windows 7 is so much better.
because Vista makes it look bad, but before we had that, it was a decent and the best that we could have. So
For its time.
Windows 98 was better.
yeah,
So it's like.
no offense, Trevor.
I'm gonna
Some of it you don't really need though, like
Yeah.
16 gigs of RAM. You're not going to use that.
Hey,
I'm not-
I know a guy at
Dude,
school.
I downgraded to 8 just so you know, because
Hey.
I agree with you.
I
Until I can afford to. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is like, hey, at least the reason what I'm doing, yeah, you could say it's overkill, but it has a logical reason. I put $150 into a case, but I won't have to buy another case unless I'm building a separate computer. So
pretty
thank you.
much that case is gonna be good for a while.
Oh yeah, and you know what? It's something I want to do. So if he wants to do it, more power to him.
So, anyways, I'm going to slowly start building my or getting a better computer. Like start swapping out piece by piece.
So are you gonna
Over
get a
and over.
new?
I'm gonna end up with a new motherboard eventually, but the next thing I want to do is
Now you don't need a new motherboard.
no, because my motherboard
Are
sucks.
you mini ATX or?
And why does it suck?
Because it doesn't have enough ports for what I need to do.
Like PCI slots?
Well, I need another thing for my fan, and I need
That would be your case, wouldn't it?
no.
Use Molex connectors instead of motherboard power headers.
Trevor, if he wants a new motherboard, let him get a new motherboard.
There's plenty of alternatives that you don't have to go and buy a whole new motherboard
From
instead. Just,
getting a whole new motherboard if that's what he wants.
well, it's pointless.
I'm
Well,
just saying I'm gonna get a new one eventually.
I mean, if I wanted to get
Eventually, it
16
could be
gigs of RAM, I'd
a
get
couple of
16
years
gigs of RAM.
anyway. So
But anyways, it's like I said, I'm gonna get one eventually, but I'm gonna need another sound card or something on my computer, and it's not gonna fit on my motherboard.
you mean for the stereo mix?
No, because that'll get fixed with Windows 7. But I'm just saying because the integrated sound's not obviously that great.
But hey,
Well, you won't notice it unless you're a complete audiophile.
Trevor,
Yeah.
hey, did you go with the full size motherboard or did you?
Yeah, I got full size ATX.
Me too. I went with one that was just a little bit above yours because I wanted the.
The reason I went with what I did is because it was cheaper and I didn't have a lot of money. So
Well, and I'm not buying a really expensive computer to one up you guys. I'm buying it because it's something I've always wanted to do.
I know.
You know what I
Anyway,
mean?
so the next thing I want to do is my monitor. Actually, the next thing I want to do is my speaker. Go with the new DVD drive. Just because mine's really old and I didn't even buy it. I got it from Isaiah because he had an extra one.
So if you go with a new motherboard, would you be able to fit like a full size one in there?
Yeah.
'Cause I
It's a
hate
standard.
mini
It's
ATX.
a standard ATX case.
I know, but you got a mid case. I got a full case. Yeah, just kidding.
Actually, his case is full size, but his motherboard is just
Yeah.
mini ATX,
Yeah.
micro ATX.
So he's got a mid-sized tower. I'm the one with a full.
mid-size tower and full-size tower. Full-size tower is for like boards bigger than full-size ATX. Mid-size towers are for full-size ATX.
I know that's basically what I was trying to say.
Then why do you need a? Well, whatever. I don't care.
Yes,
Just
this is
stop
the point.
fighting.
I'm not gonna bother anymore.
Because, dude, I want the room, and the smaller the case, the less the airflow. It's more constricted. So, thank you. Because I wanted this case, okay? Sheesh.
My case is empty on the inside, but that's only because I have a mini ATX board.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, if I
really?
need to upgrade or do any advancements, I'll be fine.
The biggest thing inside of my computer is my video card.
If I were you, I would not go and buy a little mini case. I would get either a mid case or
You
a
don't
full
go for a
case.
mini case, you get a full case, but if you're going to get a mini motherboard, it'll fit in the full case anyway.
Yeah.
But then after the drive, then I'm probably going to get a hard drive, a bigger one. 'cause
After the drive.
mine's tiny.
After the
The-
drive,
the
it's going to get a
DVD.
hard drive.
Yeah, the DVD
If I were you,
drive.
why can't you just go? I would upgrade to a newer. If you get a newer motherboard, get a nicer video card, and then get a.
He doesn't need a new motherboard to get a nicer video card.
Hey, dude, why is it that people who buy a Blu-ray drive? Because it's like people go out and buy a Blu-ray drive, but yet they'll get a separate DVD burner. Can Blu-ray drives not burn DVDs?
They can.
I was gonna say, why would I go out and
Well,
buy an
sometimes
$80
you want two
DVD,
drives
the one I was looking at, and then go out and buy another DVD drive?
because maybe you want two drives.
Because it's like I've got like the option to put like 5 optical drives in there. I'm like, geez, that's overkill. I mean, like if I wanted to, I could just take this case
Mhm.
By the way, I'm taking either this one or that one. I'll probably take the LG. But anyway. No, I
that
bought.
one's not even in use.
No, that one's not even in use, and I might even get the 180 gig in here because it's not even in use. I'd have to either I might take the 700 because I got to figure out which one the OS is installed on to be able to take which one's not.
Just look at the hard drive memory and see which one has the
XP on it. Or
the Windows.
OS.
Which one is C drive?
That's true.
I wish the one that C drive is the one I want, so I'd have to reinstall it.
C drive is the OS drive.
Right.
Yeah, because the C drive's the 180 gig, and that's the one I want. So the reason why I wasn't really worried about memory is because I bought a 250 gig refurbished hard drive, which is 3-year limited warranty, which I don't plan on putting anything important on it, and that's a lot. That's not a lot of space, not at all. It's because I've got a terabyte external hard drive, which I do plan on buying more.
Fancy.
Yeah, actually, it's not a bad. It's USB.
External drives are actually a lot slower.
Well, and it's not bad. Like that was the nicest I could get when I bought it, though. They didn't have 3.0.
You know, if you take the actual hard drive out of the external drive casing, that's actually just a regular drive in there, and you could probably unplug it and plug it into your computer directly if it's got SATA.
Dude, you should. Yeah, I knew about
That's
that.
kind of sad.
I've heard about that. So you want to help?
That makes it a lot faster.
You want to help me with that sometime, bro?
Maybe.
Getting
As
it.
long as I don't break it.
I know that would suck. I'd have to back everything off of it. Dude, I at least I didn't pay the full original MSRP price for it. I mean, you never would truly do, but I think I got it for $85, and they wanted. I think it was up to 115 or something up there. I
Right
found
now,
online
it's
for
about
$30.
$1 a gig. It's insane.
But insane
Yeah.
compared to not very insane compared to SSD drive. Which here's my plan. I do plan on getting a really decent sized SSD drive, and then just
Get a small one.
2 terabyte hard drive, and I'll call it good. Because I've got that combined with this. So
Get a 128 gig SSD.
I don't know.
Probably.
250 I'll just use. So I don't know. I have plenty of room to put hard drives in there. Put as many as I want. It'd be stupid to buy
As
that
long
case
as you've
and then,
got like ports on your motherboard for it.
yeah. Well, what would be stupid is let's say I went and bought this case and then bought a mini ATX. That'd be dumb.
Micro
Buy
18.
that big of a case. But no, bro. Trevor, you know how I was telling you I was originally going to go with 16 gigs? I think
Yeah.
that's kind of ridiculous. Unless I totally absolutely need it, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to go with 8 gigs. So
Hey,
Yeah.
Trevor, what I don't think is fair is that IDE cables, you can string like 4 or 5 different things onto it, but SATA cables is 1-to-1 only.
Yeah, well, that's just how it works.
I know,
Well,
but like
it makes
the
a
only
faster
reason
connection, isn't it?
the only reason that I have like 2 hard drives in my computer is because my IDE cable that's heading up to my CD drive has an extra thing that I can barely reach to get to my
Yeah, you were telling me
my
about
hard
that.
drive. So it's like
Yours are you're using IDE?
I'm using 2. My main one is a SATA, but the one that Bryce gave me is a IDE.
And your motherboard supports IDE?
Yeah,
It's backwards compatible.
it has both. It has
Is
it has 2 SATAs and 1 IDE.
Does it
Sort
have?
of wish that mine had IDE, but whatever.
That
Yeah.
my computer keeps yelling at me that I keep whenever I plug my
My laptop does.
My,
it too.
uh,
It's like, why don't you plug it into a higher?
well, like I
higher
have
USB.
my internet
whatever.
my internet wireless thing, and I plug it into my computer. It keeps yelling at me because it's not 2.0 USB drive, but hey,
Yeah, that's the only drive that would be 2.0 on that system.
it's like hello wireless USB thing. Yes, all of my all my USB ports are 2.0. Thank you very much. Get your facts straight before you yell at me.
Unless they actually aren't, and your computer thinks they are. Or the opposite.
Well, it's kind of funny because it says please plug your USB device into one of the following high-speed things. It lists every single port on my computer,
It's like, that's
and
no
then
more.
some.
It's like there's more ports than I actually have.
I know.
It's like, Jesus,
That's
all these ports.
that's because there's the headers inside the computer that are not being used.
Oh,
I was about to say it's
that's
like
nice to know.
it lists like 12 ports, but I only see 7.
Well, dude, on the motherboard you were thinking of getting, man, how many hard drives can you plug into that? Like SATA ones?
There's like 6 SATA ports, so you can plug in whatever you want.
So I'll be fine then.
CD drives and hard drives and drives at the yin yang, alright, whatever.
Well, I needed to make sure that my motherboard had an IDE cable because the only CD drives I had were IDE, so
Is there more MOBOs with that?
Mobos.
And motherboards?
Not really.
Mofo, you know that motherfucker.
Mobo.
Hey, Trevor, is there motherboards with more than that? Because that's like the max amount I have. But
Six
SATA,
SATAs.
are you going to use those same ports for what you'd use for a SATA hard drive than you would use for like an optical drive?
Yeah, they'd be the same.
That sucks.
Well, you're not going to use 6 hard drives, are you?
Oh, I was going to use 6 250 gig hard drives, bro. Just kidding.
That'd cost more than just 1 terabyte or something.
No, I'm going to... What's the highest you can get right now? It's 4 terabytes, isn't it?
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that'd be crap. That's a lot of memory.
4 terabytes. Oh my god, 24 terabytes in that computer. What would you use all that for?
That's going to be the standard. I don't know. One of my games is 64 gigs with everything installed. So, I don't know. That's still quite a bit. It still take quite a bit of those games. And I don't plan on even using that 250 gigs so much. So, when I buy something, that thing is yours.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. And that has a warranty with it too, so don't worry. Hey, so, Trevor, why don't you tell them about your custom desktop that you have built?
That I'm recording on as we speak.
What?
That I'm recording on as we speak.
Yeah.
Well,
you supposed to talk about your computer, Trev?
Trevor,
it's awesome, and that's it.
now provide enough, does it stay pretty cool? You're not having any overheating problems?
Well, my case is stupid because it's an old, like, Pentium 4 case from, like, 2005 or something like that.
Wait, how'd you get a Pentium 4 case to go with another motherboard?
I mean, it's
Because it's ATX. They've been ATX ever since Pentium 2.
I know, but like the ones that you get like that you get like from factory or whatever, the Pentium 4s or whatever, they're like specially designed for like motherboards that they make themselves. It's like
What are you talking about?
I mean, like an
the one that's in my living room and the one that's in my sister's room, you cannot use any other motherboard other than that because they have these.
Well, this isn't like an OEM motherboard from Dell or something. Case from Dell or something. This is like some cheap throw together or whatever case.
Oh.
But hey, dude,
how's
the airflow in that thing? That was the only thing I was concerned about.
There is no airflow in this thing right now.
So
Beyond the fans on the CPU and the graphics card.
There's no case fan?
Nope. That's why I'm leaving the side of the case off.
Well, then that's just gonna allow dust.
When I put the side of the case on, it gets kind of hot in there.
Open air.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. Talk about my case being high airflow. That's nothing. That's just open air. But no, okay, go ahead.
There's no flow there.
Describe. Hey, don't mess with my flow, bro. Okay, go ahead.
There's ones that have like all the parts like on the wall or whatever, and just like leave it up there.
I wish I still had my Xbox and we could play it tonight, but I don't. It's okay. This console, the Xbox was packing nothing.
You sold it already?
Yeah, I sold it to some random guy and kidding.
Play the Wii.
Yeah, true. We can play my old Xbox.
But playing with your Wii's over there, that's just sick.
Hey, I like playing with my PP. Thank you. I'm doing it right now in front of Bobby, and it's turning Bobby alcohol.
Okay.
Don't even go there.
Okay, can you just talk about your computer?
Well, I would, but you keep on interrupting me with your Wii talk.
Well, then one more thing. It's like, it's kind of funny to think that you have an Intel i5 quad-core processor running at like, 3.4 gigahertz, and an Intel, for a case that originally had an Intel Pentium 4. I mean, talk about being...
That ran at 2.4.
Yeah, well,
upgrade!
Time to upgrade!
Actually, this thing had a Pentium 4 that was running at 1.8, but it was capable of 2.4, but the motherboard did not support 2.4, only 1.8.
That sounds...
Which was dumb. But whatever's. And also, this case is sitting right next to my air conditioning vent, so I got air conditioning.
Talk about a big fan. I didn't think you had an... Oh, never mind.
It uses my house fan.
Yeah. Your house is the case.
You know one of those big square fans, those old white ones? That's what I'm using. Just gonna open up the side and go. Have air blowing.
I'm gonna use the fan that's in my window right now and then
just blow into it.
Yeah, just put it right there.
Talk about a big blowjob.
So anyway.
Well, anyway, Trevor, what I was gonna do is, you know those fans in like a mechanic shop? They use to cool off the engine. It's blowing really, really, really fast. That's what I'm gonna use.
Don't need that.
Oh, come on! Why do I?
The fans that are in your computer can already handle it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you needed an extra fan.
No, you don't.
No, I was gonna ask if you wanted one. I got enough.
Oh, I don't know. This case will not accommodate any other fans bigger than like what was it, 12 millimeter? Like
That's
for
12 millimeter.
Dude,
That's
I've got
like
like
a pencil tip.
I don't know. Maybe it's 18 millimeter. Oh, it's pretty smallish. I don't know.
Say, well, then the hardware that
Millimeters are not my strong points. I'm just gonna say it's about 3 centimeters in length or diagonal.
that is small.
Well, 80 millimeters is like the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't know.
240 millimeter. What would you say how big mine is?
That's like that. 3 centimeters. That's like that.
So did the hardware that was originally in that case just not get that hot then? Must
Yeah.
not.
It just had like a CPU fan. It's just fine.
Oh, that's,
It's old stuff.
who cares
old
about old
school.
stuff anyway?
I do.
Well, I'm gonna put
Yeah, he loves
LED
old
lights
stuff.
in mine, so.
I already have LED lights in mine.
Well, I got one in the front, but I'm gonna put one in the back. I'm gonna surround it with
I have
white
one
LED lights and
Guess what? My computer already has LED lights. It's the hard drive LED light.
Yeah, my hard drive's got the LED light, and then my case
got
fan's
two
got
in
the
front.
LED light, and then my power supply has LED lights.
I used to have 4 on here, but 2 of them are burnt out.
There you go.
X-Blade.
It just looks cool.
That's a cool case. It still is.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if this used to light up down here. So,
Oh.
or that's just vents. Now see, you know how on certain cases, bro, or Trevor, that you used to have the USB and like the auxiliary inputs in the front?
Yeah.
He, for some reason, took that out. Pissed me off. Anyway, and then, dude, these fans in this case, there's just the one main fan on the side, which apparently is enough. It's been going now for like 7 years, so it hasn't broke down.
Yeah.
I want to be able to put another fan in my computer.
You know what? I might put another one on the back, but
I've got a spot for one, but I don't have a thing on my motherboard for it.
dude, you should
I
have
need a
seen.
pigtail, but
Well, grow your hair out.
I
Then,
need to
and
get one for my uncle. I
if
think
you need a
he's got
pigtail, grow your hair out and just.
one. What that kind of pigtail?
Oh well, what kind of pigtail are you talking about?
Little cords. It's got a whole bunch of little cords on the end of it.
Hold on, there's a goose egg down by my surge protector.
A what?
A goose egg. I've been sitting on it, keeping it warm.
What I got was basically a motherboard from Gigabyte, a 4-core Intel Core i5
Oh, that's
2400, which runs at 3.1 gigahertz with 3.4 on boost or whatever, which is pretty much all the time.
mine's
And then
6. It's stock. Hey,
I don't give a crap.
you do.
No, I don't. Not really.
No, you don't.
Yeah, well, you have a bigger budget, Bryce.
Yeah, only by how much? How much, Trevor?
Like what?
$200 or $300.
$50.
Bucks?
$10 shipping fee.
Shipping me.
And then I also got 8 gigabytes of RAM from Corsair, and they're really cool because it's got heat splitters on it. And then
From Corsair.
then
It
on
doesn't match my CPU, and it keeps blue screening my computer.
Corsairs.
what?
I got RAM from Corsair, and it keeps blue screening my computer.
Yeah, they
You probably just got a bad RAM set. Mine are just fine.
G skills where it's.
I can only use 4 gigabytes out of my 8 because I'm running Windows XP, which blows. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get Windows 7, so I can use 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it won't be so fucking slow.
Which I didn't.
Because
4
XP
gigs is not that bad. I'm running at 2.
With a quad.
Dude, XP is slow.
You know what's sad? Even having a
Okay,
quad
well,
core.
you know what? I've
even
never
if you
used
had
Windows
8
7,
gigs.
so
You know what's sad, Bobby? Even if you had 8 gigs on your quad core, his would still be faster.
because he's got more money.
He's got Intel.
Oh, it ain't.
You know
just
what's that?
that,
Even the
Intel. You wouldn't
AMD
even know anyway, because we don't know the clock speeds and all that hoopla. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get Windows 7 because it's faster than XP. Because I know, because Vista's faster than XP. You know what's sad? My laptop, which is slower than my new desktop here, can actually start up faster because it has Vista and it starts up faster.
My computer takes so long to pass post. It annoys me.
Mine starts up in 9 seconds.
Mine posts in half a second.
Wise.
Mine takes 30 seconds, man.
What do you got? Don't you have Quick Boot enabled?
I don't know.
You
Me?
probably need to go enable the Quick Boot, and then it'll go faster.
I don't
Gee,
know.
I wish I
know
would have
what
heard
that
about
is.
that a long time. No, G-Skill's where it's at, man, not Corsair. Psh.
Yawn.
And everybody hates Coldmaster. Shh. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk about what I'm getting next.
And then I didn't even say about my video card yet. Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm
he
just gonna
hasn't
say.
bragged about his video card.
I haven't bragged about my video card.
Took you a long time to brag about stuff. Doesn't take me very long.
Yeah, it's because you people keep on interrupting me with your little hoopla. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to pay for Windows 7. I have a legitimate copy and I didn't have to pay for anything.
Lies.
I don't
Lies.
care.
You tell
No, my
lies.
cousin bought it and I didn't pay for anything. Plus, I stole a serial key from one of my
Because you're getting everything paid for you.
I
Hey,
bet you-
half my computer was paid for me by somebody else.
Yeah, so don't be.
My monitor,
Trying to rip
my
on
hard
me.
drive, my speakers, my DVD drive.
Which suck. Where'd you originally get that monitor from?
Oh, it was
School.
My, no, it was not school. My parents. They bought it when that was the newest
School.
thing out there.
Well, anyway, I
got.
I got the NVIDIA GeForce
You're getting Corsair
GTX
too.
550 interruptions. LOL.
Dude, can you send me the link to the RAM you got? I want to make sure I was getting the same 8 gigs of RAM.
And maybe in a second after I show off my video card.
Okay, well, hold on. We'll include all these links, okay?
We probably won't.
That's a lot of links.
Or at least include the name of it. Dildo.
Of what?
Okay,
It's not
that's
a
the RAM I'm getting, bro.
That's nice. Now, I got a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 550 Ti, which has been pretty much boasted as the best graphics card performance for the price, basically.
What card did you get? 560?
550 Ti.
Really?
Yeah,
My uncle's gonna get 560 Ti.
I'm getting a 570.
I don't
That
care.
590's out, man. Upgrade.
Well, guess
Isn't that
what?
600?
No, you know what? 590 bullcrap. That's old. 690 is where it's at.
So my 570.
Those things $1,000.
Yeah. Which is,
Okay, I'm still running 9800 GT. Okay.
it's nothing, bro.
Well, anyway,
I've got
It's
integrated.
classic.
I've got
man.
I've got integrated graphics. That's where it's at.
integrated shit.
It's built in. Saves you money.
It's built in. It comes with it. Yeah.
Free.
You know, every Intel processor, the Core series, has its own built-in GPU. Except for the K models of the CPUs, which are overclockable and they don't have integrated graphics. Well, I think they don't. Well, anyway, this computer can run my Battlefield Bad Company 2 at highest settings at 1280 by 1024 at 70 frames per second without dropping, so I'm happy with it.
I'm not.
I'm running Skyrim at 1280 by 1024.
And
On medium.
good.
No, not on medium.
Oh, wait, you're like medium high.
I ran Total War on lowest settings and it ran just fine. And I have 800 megs of memory. So, dude, you remember the video card I'm getting?
Yeah,
2.5 gigs? That sounds good enough, doesn't it?
overkill, but alright.
Overkill.
Okay, so here's my computer. Are you done bragging yet?
2 gigs
$1,004.
is overkill.
Okay,
That's $1,004,
including $10 shipping fee
including
and
$10.
$3 rushing fee.
I didn't have to pay
And
$10 for nothing. I don't have no shipping because the things I charge, they don't get no shipping.
You know what I call that? You damn freeloader. You know what I paid for? I paid for this printer. I paid for the speakers. I paid for that optical drive. I paid for that Netgear router. No, my mom did, but I will pay her back. My cousin paid for Windows 07, but I will eventually pay him back. So, and I paid for that hard drive, and yeah, I paid for about everything else too.
Yeah, and what, you got like $1,100 from your parents?
That was. I could eventually buy. I'm gonna eventually pay him back. Okay,
That's a
well,
present. Why would you pay him back from a
it's a
gift?
graduation gift. What's your? Well, you haven't graduated yet. Hopefully, eventually. you will. Okay, so Trevor, here's what I'm getting, kid. I'm getting an Intel. Okay, well, here's my budget. My parents are giving me. My budget's $1,100. Well, my original budget was $975. My parents are giving me $700. I currently have spent my own money at $215. So I'm getting an Intel Core i5 3570K Ivy Bridge.
You're getting an Ivy Bridge CPU. Is your motherboard capable of handling Ivy Bridge?
Yes.
Good.
What?
Good.
Okay. Anyway, which one did you get? Did you get the 305070?
I got 2400.
What's? Oh, okay.
So that means I got Sandy Bridge.
I got.
But it's still all the. There's not really much of a difference at all, except for for PCI Express 3.0, which they're not even using the full bandwidth of PCI Express 2.0 yet, so there's really no reason to upgrade anyway. But it's good to not only like to use this word, but future-proof. Supposedly, not really, because future-proofing does not really exist.
Well, I just went with it.
But yeah,
So,
it's the newest, so.
And I went with, hey, did you check out that RAM, the link I gave you?
Yeah, it's the same stuff I got, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I gave you enough links. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just, like, raped my screen there.
It's going to be running at 3.4 gigahertz, 3.8 turbo, and then LG A1155 77W quad-core processor with HD graphics, 4000. That was 240.
Which you won't use.
What?
Which you won't use.
Yes, I will.
Your HD graphics 4000.
Oh, I won't use that.
You're not using that.
I'm just getting it so I can say I have it. I don't know. You think it? Well, why does it come with it?
Because it's the GPU integrated onto the CPU for just in case you don't want to get a video card.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Genius. Okay, and then I'm getting a EVGA GeForce GTX 570 Fermi HD video card that's running at 2 gigs or 2.5 gigs of memory. It's a 320-bit system, GDDR5 PCI Express. So it's pretty cool. That one cost me a little bit more than my CPU, so I don't think I'm bottlenecking it because that was 330. My processor is 240. So you think that
I wouldn't worry about bottlenecking unless you're trying to go really overkill. Either that, or you're getting like the cheapest piece of shit CPU and the most expensive GPU, or the cheapest GPU and the most expensive CPU.
So you think my processor will be able to keep up then?
Well, yeah, it's more like asking whether your GPU will be able to keep up with your processor. That's the question.
You think that, you remember that graphics card I was getting there?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me send you a link. And then you tell me if it's going to be good enough.
With the EVGA GTX 570.
Overclocked, it's stock.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Okay, anyway, my motherboard is an Asus P8 Z68 LG A1155 Intel Z68 HDMI SATA 6 gigs per second USB 3.0. Full-size ATX Intel motherboard. Yep, anyway.
I hope you're not boring our viewers.
Anyway, that's a $125 one. My tower, which is like the best.
225?
No, I'm 125.
I was going to say, what?
And I'm getting the same 8 gigs of Corsair RAM. And then I'm getting a Coolmaster HAF932 Advanced full-size ATX computer case, which is a hell of a case.
Which you already have.
And I'm getting a 600 watt. 600 watts is going to be good enough, don't you think?
Yeah, that or 650. Whatever
650.
one.
650, 680 is better.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll go with. Anyway, I'm going to be changing that. So,
yeah, mine's like 660, I think.
And then I've got a 250 gig Digital Cavalier Blue Western Digital hard drive. So
Caviar, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, caviar.
Caviar?
Caviar.
Fish eggs?
Yes.
You're going to run your computer with
It's
fish eggs.
recycled, okay? Which is weird. On this Mato Mill bag, you know how their cereal bags are plastic? It said that you could upcycle your bag instead of recycling. What the heck does upcycling something?
Can I downcycle?
Yeah, no, instead of recycling. You don't hear a downcycle, do you?
I don't know.
Kind of
I don't care.
I already have the optical drive. I've got an LG optical DVD burn. I do eventually plan on upgrading.
I want a Blu-ray drive in my computer.
Yes, I'm eventually going to get a Blu-ray drive.
You don't have to point for me. No one else is here.
Yes, but I am pointing at Bobby right now, going ha-ha in your face. And then I do eventually plan on buying an SSD drive. And Trevor does eventually plan on buying another computer case, which I recommend he does now.
Yeah, I'll probably get that within the next few weeks.
Which are you getting, bro? Do you know?
Yeah, I know which one I'm gonna get. It's from Roswell or whatever.
Really?
Roswell? That's by the aliens?
I was gonna buy one from Roswell. They're evil twin.
Roswell, whatever. I don't give a crap.
Roswell, they're evil twin.
You should have bought a Coolmaster case, man. They sell something pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a nice enough case though. So.
The half, really?
No. It's a 9. Well, there's only one case above it. I think I'm gonna go with that one.
You already have the case.
I know. I'm just as
You're just
why
gonna go buy another one just for the heck of it.
Yeah. So anyway, my total budget was $1,000, $1,004. So
$1,004.
I've already got a 23.5
Plus
inch.
$10 shipping.
Yes, plus $10 shipping and a $4 rush processing fee. So yeah, which is like, and it's stupid because it was like to have rushed shipping. It was like $80 extra. I'm like, F that. I'm just gonna wait, which was hard for me. Already enough as it is. But anyway, I have a 23.5 inch LCD HD monitor. So, and then I've got a 5.1 surround system. So I've got everything I need except for the desktop and the actual computer. And Trevor, Mr. Boners here, is gonna help me put it together, right, Mr. Bonus?
Yep. This
And
is
we're
like
gonna-
the 5th time you're checking with me.
I'm just making sure. I'm buying pizza and Mountain Dew, and Bobby's gonna be there maybe.
I can be here.
Yeah, he's gonna be here.
This chair still freaks me out when it goes backwards.
Dude, it really does go back there quite a bit. So, anyway, what kind of computer do you have, Bobby?
Lame computer, that's what.
Better than
Oh,
my current
we need
one,
it.
which this is going to be my parents' for now. I do plan on... Well, dude, honestly, if I upgraded this thing to 4 gigs of RAM, with a
Don't
better,
upgrade
nicer
it.
video card, it'd be a decent system. It really would be. So...
Just get a new one.
My grandma's gonna get a new one.
This
And
thing
my
used to have
uncle.
a Pentium 4 in it, bro.
Okay, my grandma is gonna outspeed my computer.
That's sad.
She's gonna get a computer that outspeeds mine, and I'm like,
Why does she need one? Just give her
Like-
your old one.
because she plays a lot of like games on it. I'm like,
What kind of games does your grandma
Nancy
need?
Drew.
Oh, wow. My computer could run that just fine. If it can run Total War at like the lowest settings, it
But
could
it's
do
like-
Nancy Drew.
It's like why? Why, Nana? Why do you get a computer that is better than mine? That's not cool. My
Well-
grandma's upstaging me.
Because she can afford to.
She's on
Well-
retirement checks.
They get on welfare. I mean, I took my dog to sign them up, and he's like, "You can't really sign up your dog on welfare." I'm like, "Well, he doesn't know his dad, and he's lazy. He gets his check next week."
Hey, Bobby.
Mhm.
2 things that, if you want to get a faster computer, 2 things you just need to do. Hello?
Yes.
He's listening.
Oh, hello. Everything just
Hi.
went quiet there
How's
for
it
a
going?
second. Like, everything was, like, completely 100% quiet. Well, whatever.
We were listening to you.
Yeah. Well,
Trevor.
well, I was going to say, all you really need to do is upgrade your video card and get some more RAM, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, but he has an AMD Intel.
It doesn't matter if he has an AMD as long as it's really fast, because I'm pretty sure that quad core is going to stay relevant for a good long while.
Yeah.
What's
it's,
your definition of good long while, man?
4 years, 3 years,
That's a
whatever.
time for an AMD processor. Okay, he'll be fine. Well,
it's,
dude, even my dual core would be fine with 4 gigs of RAM, and well, it's upgradable to 8, and a newer video card, bro, would be fine. For my mom does, she plays Zuma on it. I mean, come on.
So.
Dual cores are kind of outdated now.
Still be
Oh, the i3, but still, that's a older AMD, like AM2 socket CPU, ain't it?
Mhm.
What's yours, Bobby?
It's a AM3, I think.
AM3,
Mhm.
AM3 plus, something like that.
Isn't it
I don't know,
that
something like that.
isn't it if you're buying an AMD processor, you have to buy a specific motherboard for it? And then it's different if
You
you're
have to
buying
make
Intel?
sure that the socket size match.
Well, the way that Intel makes their sockets are different.
Yeah.
And the way
You can't fit an AMD in an Intel socket, so you have to buy a motherboard specifically designed for AMD or Intel, depending on what you want to get.
Yeah, because it's like AMD, they're using an older technology. But they're
Not really.
technically they are.
Like,
Well, okay, well the way they make their Intel CPUs, the pins are on the motherboard.
one way is not more new. One way is not newer than the other. It's just a different
Why did they-
style.
Guys,
It's not whether one's faster or one's slower.
It's a newer style, that's what I meant.
It's
It's
just
just
all the
different.
same. Doesn't really matter at all.
Quiet, Trevor, you hurt my feelings.
Hurting your feelings. You don't even have an AMD CPU, so shush.
Yes,
Oh,
I
wait, yeah, you
do. I have an
Well,
AMD
not for
dual core
long.
right now.
Sheesh.
I do, man. I have an AMD Athlon X2.
Then I should be making you feel better because I'm saying that AMD's Athlon CPU things aren't outdated, or the sockets aren't outdated, so.
Anyways, my computer's got an AMD Phenom 2 X4 880 So it's
What the
a.
heck?
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't know.
That was weird.
Anyway,
That was really weird.
yeah, it's quad core, 3.21 gigahertz. I bet I could overclock it if I felt like it, but I need another fan first.
2.1 gigahertz?
3.1.
Oh,
Or 3.21.
oh, geez, mine is a 2.10. That is
3.21.
That is sad. That's
Uh,
decent. That really is. That's a decent computer. I'm just kidding.
Cost me $90.
Really?
The processor, yeah.
And for an 8 core, it costs 160. So it's like.
See, my video card's
8
kind of
cores suck. The bulldozer sucks.
my
It's the best AMD has, man.
No, it ain't.
my
Venom's probably outstrip it.
That's what I was talking about. Their newest 8 core. Anyway, go ahead.
my video
The
card's
Venom's
kind of
not-
outdated. It's still 9800 GT, but I mean, it works for what I use it for.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got-
got 512 megabytes around. Megabytes.
Yeah, it's 512 megabytes.
Bits.
Yeah, megabits.
Bits.
Megabits.
Megabytes.
What's smaller than a bit? Is there anything? No, that's small as it goes. Megabitos.
Monitor's kind of lame. It's a CRT, but it's not even flat CRT, so it's not that awesome.
And even Trevor's is the only decent.
Yeah, because he's got that
CRT.
Trinitron.
That's
Trinitrons are sexy.
dude, my CTL makes sure look.
If they made a black
man.
Trinitron, I'd get that.
This
It makes
Trinitron
it-
is too
and then
sexy
what-
for its shirt.
Hey you.
Hey, who?
Hey you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You talking to me?
Yeah, are you eventually planning on getting a new monitor?
No.
Really?
He's gonna
No, that's good. I'll stick with it because it works just fine.
I think can't even show HD, bro.
Yeah, it does. This is right now. It's on a resolution past HD.
How is that on a monitor?
HD is defined by 720p being HD, and this is running by 1280 by 1024. 1024 being the vertical resolution, 720 being the vertical resolution of 720p.
But is it truly showing HD? You know what I mean? Is it?
Yeah, it's
Would
showing
it show
all the
HD as good as my LCD downstairs?
Yeah, it has the same. It can show as the same amount of pixels, whatever. It could probably do. Oh, let me change my resolution up here. It can go. It's not widescreen, but let's see here. It can go
Mine
to.
down there it has like a 5 million to 1.
It can go to what is it? 1200p. Let's pass 1080p, something like that. 1600 by 1200, which is really really high resolution.
Oh, okay. So the only difference is so it actually does have a DVI plug-in then?
No, it's VGA, but it still has a higher resolution than most LCD monitors that people use today that are at 1280 by 7 or 1280 by 1024.
1024 by 768. No.
No, I'm sure my screen downstairs is good enough. But what I was gonna say is, man, can VJ can stream HD?
You can have HD resolutions through VGA, yeah.
Oh, that just seems weird. So, okay, cool. I
You can
think
go higher. Higher.
If I ever
the-
get a new monitor, I'm gonna switch to a DVI cord though, because it's just better than running it through an adapter. It's like my
that comes with an adapter, but
it's like my video card is DVI only, and then my if I get a new monitor, it'd have a DVI port on it. So it's like, why not just use a DVI cable?
I don't know. I just like flat screens because they don't take up as much room. But if you have the room for it, cool. And then that's what you like, Trevor. That's cool.
Right now I have 2 hard drives. I have no idea the brand names. Don't really care,
Is
but
the refresh rate on your computer that good though?
The refresh rate on the monitor,
Yeah.
70 hertz, which most LCDs are about 60 hertz.
That's not as better.
But that's basically translating into frames per second. So I can get 70 frames per second or 75 frames per second up to that.
When did that screen come out? Why would they
A
make?
long time ago.
why would they make a
Jeez.
super awesome screen that outbeats all these LCDs like back then?
Well, it's bigger and it runs hotter, and it's a LCD or it's a CRT, so no one wants it anymore.
I think it looks just fine. It looks better than your flat screen you have. So. Have
Which
you ever?
flat screen?
It's kind of funny because my flat screen's called Mag Innovation. I've never even heard. It's because it's probably some alt brand they bought at Costco or something. I know it says TCO3 displays, and I'm pretty sure it can stream up to 720p. But anyway, so should we end this podcast?
Yeah, it's really kind of going long.
2 hours. I think it's been pretty interesting. I think we've done a good job of talking.
It's
about
almost
it.
all computer talk.
Yeah, most of it.
Yeah, and then Angry angry politic talk.
Yeah, angry politics.
Not as bad as the one with John.
That was
Angry bitch at politician shit talk,
that was rage politician.
That was crazy.
which I got bored with very fast. So I get enough of that during the day.
Well, Bobby, since you did the intro, you do the outro, bro. You ready?
Is that even a word?
Yes, outro is technically a word.
Outro's a word.
Outro.
Yeah, there's an outro on the new 1,000 Foot Crutch album.
Yep, there's an outro. It's the ending. Different way of saying it.
It's the opposite of intro.
Stop button ready.
Well, we can cut it out.
Fine, we'll cut it out.
No, it's okay. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to this boring podcast. I thought you'd all leave by now, but obviously you didn't, because if you're hearing these words, then you didn't leave. Or you decided to skip for the end, and you're an idiot.
No doubt.
Anyway.
And also, what?
What?
And also, if you did actually bother to listen all the way through this, and if you did enjoy it, which you might have if you've listened to it this far, then give us a like on the YouTube video and let us know that you're listening. If not, then whatever.
He has a point.
Let us
We
know.
really need it.
Give us a comment. Let us give us any tips or advice. Would be excellent.
Each of us have
Very helpful.
Each three of us have a page too, so you can check them out too.
Yeah.
It'll be in the link,
It's already
of
being
course,
included. It wouldn't be
or description.
in the description box here. Anyway.
Yeah, if you bother to read those, but if you don't, anyway,
Who cares?
night people.
Jeez, if we don't
Go
even
to
care,
bed.
how are they gonna care? Yes, this has been PGM Podcast.
What the heck?